When I started the business, one of the things you'll find there are other sub operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. I wanted our team to be younger, to be inspirational, and I'm not going to inspire a 16-year-old to go pursue marine technology.
Get woke, go broke has been thrown around a lot lately, but is it actually possible that wokeness was one of the main reasons that OceanGate's Titan sub went missing while trying to explore the Titanic? Because what the OceanGate CEO is basically saying here is, he found diversity more important than experience. And really the only rationale he provided was, he wants to be inspirational, which is now making people look at the firing of an engineer in 2018, who apparently was an old white guy. So TechCrunch reports that he was fired after writing a quality control report, stating the Titan's forward viewport would only certify them going down 1,300 meters. But apparently they refused to pay for a viewport that could make it to 4,000 meters so they could safely explore the Titanic. So he refused to authorize any manned tests of the Titan. So he was fired and escorted from the building. But in 2020, apparently the Titan's hull showed signs of cyclic fatigue, and the issues didn't stop there, as in 2022, a Mexican actor stated he went on the trip, where the battery suddenly drained 1 hour into a 4-hour trip, and their voyage also experienced communication issues. Now this operation just seems to be a huge mess, and you really hate to think, if the CEO was focused more on safety than he was of being inspirational, would these people be safely in their homes right now? Because affirmative action, like many social justice issues, seem great on the surface, but only when they're impacting something inconsequential. Now, hopping on a submarine diving 3,800 feet into the ocean isn't very relatable, but needing emergency medical assistance is, and I'm 1,000,000% sure if you or one of your loved ones' life was on the line, and you had the choice between the most skilled and experienced doctor or the most inspirational doctor, not one person would care if Netflix would do a movie about the doctor's life. They just want to make sure they get to live the rest of their life. Just like these airplane passengers in Boston.
It's not.
Oh, it did.
Oh my God.
I can guarantee nobody on that airplane saw that and thought, that's okay, as long as the pilot has an inspirational story, I'm sure the rest of this flight will be perfectly fine. And tragically, there's now 5 souls trapped inside this tiny capsule at the bottom of the ocean.
We know at this point we're approximately about 41 hours.
41 hours left.
Yes. The surface search is now approximately 2 times the size of Connecticut, and the subsurface search is up to 2.5 miles deep, exponentially expanding the size of the search area. We also have to factor in the ever-changing weather conditions, currents, and sea states that expand the search area every hour. There's an enormous complexity associated with this case due to the location being so far offshore, and the coordination between multiple agencies and nations.
Now, the official Coast Guard Twitter account has posted stating they detected underwater noises in the search area, but unfortunately could not find the origin of the sound. Now, these are allegedly the sounds heard. But honestly, I don't believe that. They stated they detected these sounds from a P-3 aircraft, but this audio sounds like they have their ear pressed up against a ship. I just don't buy it, but sadly, I don't trust any of the fact checkers on any of this. Just look at these 2 articles on Snopes. I found both pages by the same writer on their website at the same time. One asks, was a sub using satellites from Elon Musk versus was a sub relying on satellites from Elon Musk? The first article is confirmed true by Snopes, but the second article is unproven by Snopes. So somehow Snopes managed to have 2 articles written about the same story, and both are misleading. They're just trying to twist a trending story into confirming their spaceman bad narrative. Because yes, Starlink did confirm in June that OceanGate uses their services, but Twitter has to fact check the fact checkers, letting readers know that Starlink cannot be used underwater. And that doesn't stop social media accounts like Occupy Democrats from running stories that the Titanic submersible was relying on Starlink to provide communications, using that same tweet to try to crowdfund a alternative social media website, Tribal, which unlike the Titan submarine, apparently has a lot of maps. But good on Twitter for shutting down the Occupy Democrats post with facts. Which brings me to this tinfoil hat theory being thrown around online, but I trust no one to confirm something as outlandish as the OceanGate submarine was eaten by killer whales. It sounds wild, but apparently they have been attacking ships.
A whale named Gladys off the coast of Spain has been teaching other whales to attack boats. And this morning we have new video of one of those attacks.
This morning, newly surfaced video of another orca whale attacking a boat, this time off the coast of Gibraltar.
And when looking around, I found they also attack ships in other parts of Europe, where even Google has several articles explaining the phenomenon. And the top videos are from a week ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, and last year. So I don't want to go too off the deep end when these 5 people are likely gone or still suffering, but it just goes to show how much the corporate dinosaur media has ruined their credibility in the last few years. Because even if the submarine disappearance was a result of evil Elon Musk or his top colonel Climate Chang, every news media outlet would be blasting that angle non-stop. But if the submarine disappearance was a result of diversity, equity, and inclusion, apparently they still try to blast Elon Musk. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on what's really going on in the world, hopefully I've earned your subscription, then check out my video on how the AI chatbots, when given enough time, keep predicting the apocalypse.